everyone, it's Jinx Audios, and I thought I'd do something a little different than what I usually do. And today, in this video, I'm going to be making a little Funko Pop design for Escaped Audios. Recently, Escaped Audios posted a video about how he's going to be a full-time content creator because he recently lost his job in a huge layout. I don't know what that is. I'm being completely honest. So, I did have to airdrop myself from my phone the reference photo that I was using. So, whilst I'm drawing out, I'm going to talk about how I found out about Escaped Audios. So, in 2022, my best friend was over for a sleepover. And at the time, I had a pull-out bed that I would always sleep on because that was a bit comfier than my actual bed at the time. And we were just taking the piss out of Twilight, saying, how did Bella not question how Edward and her weren't dead, and why is there a bird right on my skylight? I'm sorry, Also, if you hear any background noise, I am very sorry. It is because I've got a window open because it's absolutely boiling. So I decided to go on YouTube and search up Vampire Exorcism. Now, I'm not sure if that's still there, if there is any anymore. But the one thing that I did actually find was Matador Gothic, which I listened to for a few minutes. But then the next day, when my best friend had left and I was cleaning up my room, I was listening to it with my headphones in, and I really liked it. I really like the story, I like the development, and the build up to the actual reveal that Alfonso loved the guest. And I refused to listen to anything other than that for weeks. Even when my mum had told me and my younger siblings to pack our bags to go stay at our brother's house because the woman who was watching us, who used to be my auntie, had to leave because she was saying some shit about my brother. I'm not going to go into that. I might do in another video. I don't know. But it was just so good, and I did get in trouble for going on my iPad late at night at my brother's house because he put his Ring doorbell where me and my siblings were to see what we were doing. But I just told him, I need music to help me sleep. Not true. Not true at all. I just wanted to listen to it again. But then after a bit of stubbornness, I watched Neon Barbarian, but every time I would try to listen to it, I would fall asleep, because every time that I would listen to it, it would be night, and I would have school the next day. So, one day during the half term, I finally sat down in my room, put my headphones on, and listened to it, and my god, Escaped, if you're watching this, that fucking made me cry. Oh yeah, just for context, in the background, we don't really know what Escape's persona on this wears, so I decided to give him cargo trousers and trainers, aka sneakers, because we don't really know, we only see the top half. Anyway. And then eventually, after a few weeks of debating whether I should or shouldn't listen to Against the World, I did. And it was good. And then I watched another thing where I think it was one of Escape's yearly anniversaries, where he says that Escaped was a slut. And I I'm not one for really slut shaming, but I'm gonna be honest. It was in the first episode, and I think Escaped wanted to keep it like short. So, yeah. And then I continued to listen to it. Well, mainly a lot of his content. And I remember before my account became Jinx Audios, I made a post. If I can find it, Jesus Christ. It was like months ago or a year ago. It was 2 years ago, and it said, I've just finished watching, and it says Chronic instead of Cronus. So it was meant to say, I just finished watching Cronus 7 by Escaped Audios, and it was amazing. Near the end, I was tearing up. This was so good, and I really recommend listening to it. Subscribe. Yeah, I can't speak. Subscribing to the creator. My God, the heat is getting to my head, and I thought I escaped it when I left America. And I actually do recommend listening to a lot of his things. And overall, this guy's a really cool guy. He's got to be playing my character's dad. And my character's dad is, I think, 46? 30 to 46, I think. Because Angeline's around 16. In the show's canon. But I'm not sure. Because it's still a work in progress. And it's hard. Also, here, as you can see, there is no movement in this bit. Mainly because my younger brother came in and gave me a Sonic Pez dispenser. While I do appreciate the offer, which I did then keep it, I ate all the Pez and then put it with presents that I'm giving to Ivy. So, yeah. And he's actually the one that inspired me to become a voice actor. Because I'd been listening to him for a little while, and after going to Skeggy, which is basically Coney Island mixed with the Dave & Buster's, mixed with, well, basically a trailer park, but still. That is known as the cheap British holiday, but there was where I actually got the courage to email him, and he was actually a very sweet guy, and I'm very happy to be working with him. Although I was terrified to ask him before, me going on rides that I would never go on again because of my fear. It felt good. It felt good to finally get some courage and ask someone who I looked up to be a part of my series. And basically, all the voice actors who I have, I consider professional. Like, I consider Escape professional, Siren Sun professional. I consider them a lot of them to be professional, because they've been doing it longer than I have. But, yeah. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Sorry. Like a few weeks before I went on holiday, I decided to go on Tumblr, and I saw someone had asked Escaped about the pets. And I decided to draw them as how I think they would look like and what kind of pets they would have. Also, for the record, yes, I do use a base for the drawing. Please don't come at me. I didn't know how to really draw a Funko Pop, and the ones that I have are either like My Melody or My Hero Academia, and a lot of them are the female body types. Also, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like the skin looks a little bit pink, but I'm not sure if that's because I'm used to being very, very pale, and a lot of my characters being pale, such as the PNG I'm using. Also, you can't really see the reference I'm using. But, yeah. This is just, by the way, this is just a little idea I had in my head. I'm not sure whether Escaped is actually going to go through with it. Like he said on his Tumblr, if he had enough whatever it's, hold on, let me look for this post. I think it was August 9th, which was when I actually came home. So I was happy for that. Here it is. So someone asked, have you ever thought about making plushies for your characters that have canon designs or even their quotes on a shirt or sticker? And he said if he had a big enough market to do plushies, he would. And he I hope he does do the quotes on them, because I would definitely wear that out. Like, I wouldn't wear the God's favorite bitch shirt, because I'm not really a fan of Lexi, but then again, Lena has the same shirt. So, yeah. But I do think that there's an app where you can make your own Funko Pop, which would be really cool. Speaking of My Greasefire Life, when it came out, after a few months, like about July or August, I asked Connie to listen to it. That is a test how I know these people are chill. Okay? I always ask my friends, hey, are you okay with listening to this? Once they listen to it, and if they like it, they're great. If they don't like it, that's fine. It's their opinion. But then I know I can't really yap to them about it. But Connie listened to it, she liked it, and every time that My Greasefire Life would release, or the Wolf Saga would have a new episode, we would always get on call and listen, and it would take us longer than the actual video takes to just pause it at random bits and just talk about stuff. Mainly about the thing. Like, I think that, like, during Pancakes for Breakfast, or Pancakes for Dinner, what one was it? I can't remember. Why did I say Pancakes for Breakfast? Pancakes for Dinner. I remember I had to pause it with Connie because we were talking about how we kind of felt sorry for Lexi, but then again, she was kind of can't say that word, kind of a bitch, and how, although we felt sympathy for her, she's still a bitch, because she's Lexi, who spreads fucking rumors for nothing. But we were like, but then again, she is a person, so we should feel sorry about her. But we're still on the fence about that, because then again, Lexi was a bit odd. Like, in the very first fucking episode, she asks Ashley, would you love me if I was a worm? Which is normal, right? Any partner would ask their partner that. Heck, I would ask my partner, would you still love me if I was a worm? But asking if you would still love them, asking your partner if they would still love you if you were their sibling? Lexi's got a fucked up brain. Even thinking to ask that question is crazy. But then again, we are still on the fence about how to feel about Lexi. And also, looking at the Tumblr, someone asked if he would do the Nothing Beats a Jet 2 holiday thing, which I'm considering doing. Because I keep popping up and going, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. And I really hope he says pounds instead of dollars. Because then again, Jet 2, is Jet 2 holiday British? Hold on, I've got to Google this now. It's a British airline. I was right. And like, it's popping up all over my For You page now. Which I'm scared, because it was popping up on my little sister's one. And all that. And like on my little brother's TikTok. And I was like, God damn it. Oh yeah, also I was going to draw like a little microphone, but it's too hot and I didn't want to take more time and more pauses, because if I kept drawing, this video would have been 30 minutes long, and I get it's like 17 minutes right now, but yeah. And as we're nearing the end of the video, we're not ending near. We're not getting near there yet. I'm just adding like the little small shine bit. The small dull shine that's on every Funko Pop size. But honestly, this gift is really cool. Like I said, he inspired me to do this. And I'm actually glad to be working with him. I might later on go over the lines, like the outlines with colour to make it look a bit better. But as I am writing, it says, go subscribe to Escape Audios. He's actually really cool, and I would also consider you going to check out his merch shop. It's really cool. It's got a ton of merch. And I'm actually hoping to buy one because I want to do a cosplay of a female Ashley singing Ugly Truth from Ugly Dolls. So yeah, go Escape Audio. Go subscribe. I'm not cutting any of this out. Go subscribe. Bye bye.